Remember when Braun Breaker was supposed to be the future?
I do remember that. So the rumor going around is that Seth Rollins is going to be getting Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Then it does make sense that he beats Braun Breaker here because he's about to go into a title program and Breaker's not.
Clearly.
Yes. Breaker's about to be feuding with Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy. He's got his hands full. There's always got to be a down match, and you would think it would be Tiffy versus Jade Cargill, but no. That was also a down match, though. So
Oh yeah, that match was
they
shit.
want to get Obafemi the title, but they don't want to have him beat Cody Rhodes for whatever reason. So the idea here, between now and Saturday night's main event, this actually might play out on Friday. Brock Lesnar is going to challenge Sami Zayn. He's going to squash Sami Zayn and take the title. And then Obafemi is going to pick Brock Lesnar. And then there's your Brock versus Oba 3. It can be just like the Kofi.
Why would Brock come out of retirement to be champion, though?
Yes, that is the one. That's the one flaw in the story there.
Let's talk about Night of Champions. We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We had some walkers, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, because they have a cage match. There's some girls. And then we have Ricky Starks and Trick Williams, something U.S. title. And then Sami Zayn, Gunther, and Cody Rhodes, because they have a triple threat match for the Undisputed Championship. And we open with Jey Uso versus Obafemi. And for some reason, Jey was booked to be competitive against Oba when everyone else has looked like a complete joke. All Jey did was spam super kicks, which got really annoying. And I think he hit like 2 consecutive Uso splashes. Couldn't get the job done. I was surprised that there was absolutely no sign of the bloodline. At least Jimmy.
Yeah, no interference.
Because, Roman's all like, well, we're getting the band back together. We're going to run this shit. And you just let Jey lose. Like, you would think that he would be more invested in Jey getting the undisputed title.
Well, he did say he needed to do it on his own. The bigger surprise, apparently, was that there was no Brock Lesnar. Because, that's what the internet's been crashing out about for the last, 2 weeks? Ever since Jey beat Javon Evans. Oh, it's so obvious that Brock Lesnar's gonna show up and cost Oba the King of the Ring, and Jey Uso's gonna win King of the Ring. So there you go. So to recap, Brock Lesnar was gonna cost Obafemi in the qualifier. Didn't happen. So they moved the goalposts to it's obvious he's gonna cost Obafemi in the quarterfinals against Dom. Didn't happen. Oh, well, it's obvious he's going to cost him in the finals against Jey Uso, and Jey Uso's going to win and go on to SummerSlam, and Jey Uso's not a main eventer. Didn't happen. Oh, wait, more? Kick it further? Somehow right now we're at Obafemi is going to wrestle Brock Lesnar night 1, and then Roman Reigns night 2.
Which is stupid.
Championship. That's where we are.
You wrestle Brock Lesnar, you got to take a week off to recover, or Roman Reigns. Like, those are the top of the top guys.
Yeah.
So to suggest that you can wrestle both of them in the same weekend is silly.
Yes. I do have another theory, but now I'm kind of backing off on that one because it seems to be more and more people are thinking this theory, which means it's not going to be accurate. Brock Lesnar's going to win a championship because Oba has to, pick a champion that he's going to face at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar is going to win one of those championships in between now and SummerSlam, and then Oba's going to pick him, and then there's your Oba Brock 3. But okay. I'm kind of backing off on that now because there's a little too many people saying it now.
Fair.
I saw it floating around too much online. So now I don't believe it because too many people are saying it.
I figured Brock would cost Oba the title or something.
Well, he could, but then he wouldn't be having a match at SummerSlam.
Well, they don't need to wrestle at SummerSlam. They can wrestle at the next pay-per-view or whatever.
Well, that's what everybody's hanging on to, is that, Brock's going to wrestle at SummerSlam. Remember, the whole thing was Brock was going to be retiring at SummerSlam. That was the original.
He already retired.
I know, but before he did that, that was the original theory. Before he even came back, John Cena, he was doing an interview and he said something about Brock retiring at SummerSlam. That's how it got out there, and it's like, oh, John Cena slipped, and then the dirt sheets. Oh yeah, that's what we heard. John Cena said it first, but we heard it too.
I don't know. I can see, like, especially if he wrestles Roman, like he has Roman on the ropes, maybe even hits him with the fall. No, it can't be the fall from grace. But like he's doing the uppercuts and he does the shot put thing. And he's just about to do the fall from grace, and then Brock Lesnar shows up and F5s him. Then Roman wins with a spear.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. Yeah, then they'd have to wrestle the pay-per-view after that.
But anyway, Obafemi is our King of the Ring winner. So congratulations to him.
Yep.
So we had Danhausen coming out just so he can curse Liv Morgan. Apparently he owes the Judgment Day a lot of money.
Well, this was from weeks ago. Dominic Mysterio paid Danhausen to curse Obafemi so that he could maybe advance in the King of the Ring. Danhausen didn't do it, but he still took the money. So one of the segments on Raw was them trying to recoup the money from Danhausen. So I guess that's important now, because then Liv Morgan was trying to recoup the money.
Well, then we had a girl match. Io Sky, she won. We had a Gunther, Sammy, Cody hype video. Supposed to be excited for that.
Yeah.
And then we had the Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker cage match. Remember when Braun Breaker was supposed to be the future?
I do remember that. Now, I've been back and forth on this. First of all, it was a good match. It did start off kind of slow, but it picked up at the end. Of all the matches, I like that they actually told a story in the match. Like, it was hard hitting. They started off sitting in the chair, like just talking shit to each other. Like there was an actual story told in the match. So I like that. But yeah, I've been back and forth on this outcome. So the rumor going around is that Seth Rollins is going to be getting Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Now we still have to see, what they do with Oba. It's like, do they want to give Oba the title match here, or like at SummerSlam, or do they want to hold off until WrestleMania for that kind of a match? Talking about Roman versus Oba. Well, actually, the rumor is, get this Meltzer classic rumor. So the going idea is that Roman Reigns is going to face either Seth Rollins or Obafemi at SummerSlam, and then the other one at WrestleMania. That's your Dave Meltzerism. To be fair to him, he said this before Oba won the King of the Ring. So if the plan is to go Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, then it does make sense that he beats Braun Breaker here, because he's about to go into a title program and Breaker's not.
Clearly.
Yes. Breaker's about to be feuding with Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy. He's got his hands full. He's gonna have competitive matches against Tozawa. His plate is clearly full. So yes, it makes sense then. If that's what you're doing, then that's why Seth Rollins wins here.
I would much rather see Rollins and Roman at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What's the pay-per-view that Rollins turned on Roman?
I don't think it was a major one. I think it was like one of the B pay-per-views. But
it was Raw. Never mind.
Oh, it was Raw?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And then he joined the corporation, or the whatever they were called.
The Authority.
Yeah.
With corporate Kane.
Yeah, because he's like, Triple H is like, oh, I always got a plan B. And then, that's when he turned on him.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd rather Rollins and Roman WrestleMania. I don't see why Especially at this point, why Oba would go for the other title and not Roman.
Well, I'm going to lay that out for you
Okay.
here shortly.
But yeah, Rollins, of course, won with a curb stomp off the top rope. Braun Breaker was bleeding as well, which made it a more enjoyable match.
Yeah, he got busted open somewhere. I think it would have been from that chair shot spot.
Yeah, that would do it.
I didn't exactly see where, but that would be my guess. I do like the ending part where Rollins was about to go for another stomp and Breaker stopped him so he can like poke up one more time, and then he just couldn't.
I didn't like that Rollins kicked out of the super spear.
He did. I thought that was it too when he hit the super spear, but nope, he kicked out.
Well, after that, Trick Williams beat Ricky Starks, of course. And then Little Yachty did a people's elbow to Ricky Starks.
Unfortunately, this was a down match.
You don't say.
I guess it was always going to be a down match following, the cage match, just because they had so much story going into it, so much emotion. There's always got to be a down match, and you would think it would be Tiffy versus Jade Cargill, but no. That was also a down match, though. So,
Oh, yeah, that match was shit. Was there any possibility of Ricky Starks winning?
no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
There could have been, especially like when Cole was talking about like how he's won titles on his first opportunity in NXT. And I was thinking maybe they want to like shock and then have him win because no one expected it. Mainly so then you can move Trick Williams on to the main event scene. But I guess if he's not going to be challenging for a title, you don't want him to get like Braun Breaker where he's just losing.
Right.
So yeah, I guess this is best for him right now.
Well, then we had another girl match. Tiffany Stratton beat Jade Cargill.
Yes, Charlotte cost. Well, okay, so the baddies they ran out at first, and
Is that their team name?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Graves kept calling them baddies. Michael Cole hasn't really said they're baddies yet, but Graves keeps saying, "Oh, Jade Cargill keeps baddies around her." So, while not technically, that's as close as they've been named. So they came out. They tried to help Jade Cargill. Chelsea Green, for some reason, was underneath the ring, and she's she helped even the odds for a little bit. There was a moment where Chelsea Green was she grabbed the title. Jade Cargill grabbed Chelsea Green, which then Chelsea Green set the title on the apron as she's now being dealt with by Jade Cargill. And then also out of nowhere, Charlotte Flair appears. Now, she didn't come from under the ring, but out of nowhere she appeared. And she hits Jade Cargill with the title. And then Tiffany hit the BME, the best moonsault, or I'm sorry, the PME, prettiest moonsault ever. And that was the 1, 2, 3 on that.
They should have had Charlotte wearing a black hoodie.
Oh, yeah. No, that's only for debuts, though.
No, because Jimmy Uso did it.
Wasn't that during the re-debut, like after his injury thing? Or was he just doing it every week? I don't remember.
I don't either. Well, then we finally get Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn for what used to be the undisputed title. So basically, us white folk have a Kofi Kingston that we can hang our hat on now. Because Sami Zayn won. Fortunately, he pinned Cody. So there's that.
Yeah, I don't think Gunther could have taken another pin here.
I mean, he still lost.
He did.
And remember, this is all because Gunther selected him to be the referee.
Yep, he did.
And he powerbombed Sammy, and this led to this whole fucking shit. And of course, Sammy is given a title despite having lost like every match he's been in for as far back as I can remember. But he won, cried like a homo. This does nothing but make the title a joke.
Well, I'm okay with it. The fact that this is playing into a bigger story. The writing was on the wall that he was going to win the title. Remember, the other option was him winning the Royal Rumble and then going to WrestleMania and winning. So now we've gotten it out the way. He wanted it here. It's out of the way now. So now we can get over the Sami Zayn winning the title thing.
I don't think the writing was on the wall at all because they were saying the same shit when he was wrestling Drew McIntyre. Like, this time feels different.
No, but we were talking about how it was clear that he was going to win at the Royal Rumble. This Royal Rumble, because the WrestleMania is in Saudi.
Well, that doesn't mean that he's going to win the title.
Well,
I
if
can
they're
see
going to
him.
get him there,
I can get him to winning the Royal Rumble, but him actually holding the title that Bruno Sammartino held, Hulk Hogan, like, people that you can look up to.
true. But here's the bigger point. The YouTube creators that are like, oh, the real reason Sammy won. Here you go. And again, now a lot of people are saying it, so I'm kind of backtracking on this theory. But the second he won, what I thought, they want to get Obafemi the title, but they don't want to have him beat Cody Rhodes for whatever reason, or Gunther. So the idea here is Sami Zayn between now and Saturday night's main event. I don't know if he makes it to Saturday night's main event. Maybe he does. This actually might play out on Friday on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar is going to challenge Sami Zayn. He's going to squash Sami Zayn and take the title. And then Obafemi is going to pick Brock Lesnar. And then there's your Brock versus Oba 3 at SummerSlam. So that ties up the bow of Brock wrestling Oba at SummerSlam. And then there's a reason because now Brock has the title and they get Oba to get the title without having him pin Cody Rhodes or Gunther.
Somebody important.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's the only way this isn't a complete joke and farce.
Yeah, and like I said, this might even play out on Friday. Like Sami Zayn, he's gonna come out, he's gonna have his good guy speech, and then he might even like throw out because Sami Zayn's all about the open challenge thing, so he might even throw out an open challenge, and then Brock is the first one to answer it or something. Or it can be just like the Kofi.
Why would Brock come out of retirement to be champion, though?
Yes, that is the one. That's the one flaw in the story there. Well, maybe there is no Brock. I'm saying this just like completes the whole story that everybody wants Brock Lesnar to wrestle at SummerSlam. And obviously, if he wrestles at SummerSlam, the only option here is Obafemi. So then that's more of a reason than just costing him the. Like, remember, people said, oh, he's going to cost him the King of the Ring. Why? Just because. So this is much more of a reason than that.
Okay.
Now, why he wants the title, I don't know, but that would be the one thing is just like he challenges Sammy. Again, they have the Saturday night's main event coming to Madison Square Garden, so they want to do something big there. So, yeah, that's one option is they do it there. The one hang up in that is how you're going to have Obafemi not pick his opponent before then. Because I don't know when it is, but you would assume he's going to pick his opponent like this week.
Right.
So, how are you going to drag that out?
I will tell you in 2 weeks' time.
I guess you could do that. I'm going to wait out my time and I'm going to think about this and then I will tell you in 2 weeks. So, I guess that's one way. And then
You all want to know who I'm facing, but we do it on my time. Even though it's his time right now.
yeah, but then that also gives you Seth versus Roman. It clears the pathway for that because now Oba goes to the SmackDown brand to get that title. That would be your
that's
out.
a WrestleMania match.
It is, but Oba versus Reigns is a WrestleMania match too.
Not yet.
I think it is, but you want to keep Oba on his path.
I agree with that, but I think Oba needs to be tested first before we start putting him in WrestleMania with Roman.
Probably. But the only clear answer here is for him to win the title at SummerSlam, whoever he goes against. So if you're going to do that, then he would already then conquered Roman.
He doesn't need to win the title though.
I think he does. If you're touting him as the next big thing, wherever you see them talk about WWE, the first thing they say is, "We got this new guy, Obafemi." Everybody says it. Seth Rollins, oh, he's the fastest rising star since Brock Lesnar. Triple H, oh yeah, we got this new guy, Obafemi. Nick Khan, we got this guy, Obafemi. Now it's partially because he's just the new flavor in town. I'm sure they're gonna turn on him pretty soon here, but for right now, he's getting like the loudest reactions that you can get. Oh, they also got this new like shot at the beginning of his entrance. They didn't do it tonight, but they did it on Raw and SmackDown, where it's like a spotlight behind him and it like shows his shadow like looming over the crowd. Nice little touch there.
That is a good touch.
But if I were to say that's why they put the title on Sammy is so that they can get it to Oba without beating one of those people that they probably want to hold off on. I say that, but there is still the possibility that Cody wins the title back before SummerSlam, and then and then Oba goes against Cody at SummerSlam, or he goes against Roman. See, there's so many options here, which is the great thing.
Well, based on the crowd reaction, no one wants to see Cody and Oba again.
Yes, the crowd wants to see Oba versus Roman,
which is pretty ironic considering that Cody called himself the face.
Yeah, he's QB1.
Well, yes. Hopefully, Sami Zayn is a transitional champion. Very, very quick transitional champion. Like, can you imagine him having a run?
He's not having a run. The real question is, does he make it to SummerSlam? That's the question. Does he make it to SummerSlam as champion? Because they got the big show coming up, and I don't know what they're going to do week to week with him. That's the main question, but it's not going past that, I don't think.
What if he gets close to Roman's title reign?
He's not going to do that. 4 years?
Yep.
I don't think they could survive that.
It's we're on year 3 of Sami Zayn's historic title run.
There's already people who are quitting WWE because they made a janitor champion.
It's the white Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. That's why it's going to end up like Kofi Kingston, is where the guess is going. And that being with Brock very swiftly putting an end to it.
Brock the Dream Stealer.
Yeah. Because remember, he beat Kofi in like seconds.
Yep.
Yeah. And if Brock and Sammy ends up a thing, that's probably where it's going to go. It's like it's going to be over quick.
As it should.
But I think it's a good thing right now. At least it's something different that we have. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to figure out.
What happens to Gunther?
Well, he might be suspended. So they did an angle after the show. He was pissed off at Nick Aldis and he like grabbed him by his jacket, pressed him up against the wall.
Why was he mad at Aldis?
I don't know. Because he is. I don't know.
All right.
Now, some say that maybe this is just leading to Gunther versus Aldis at SummerSlam.
Jesus Christ.
Because not that it was happening, but that's kind of where the Drew storyline was kind of heading. But since Drew's off doing all the movies, it's like, well, let's just plug Gunther into this story.
No, Nick Aldis needs to wrestle Randy Orton.
That too. But yeah, I don't know how you do that because we know about him, but on TV, he's just been a general manager. So
yes,
you have to keep that in mind.
Unless, like, because remember, like the first time Vince took his suit off, he was like, "Oh shit, he has muscles."
Oh yeah, the genetic jackhammer.
Yeah,
I wonder how long he prepared for that because, yeah, when he was on commentary, he's definitely not that big.
I don't know. Apparently, he's always been a workout freak.
He's just hiding it well.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently he was, because yeah, when he took his jacket, I was like, whoa.
Well, suits don't really, they're not like form fitting like that. So, yeah, you can hide stuff. And he was also like on commentary behind the desk and he was unassuming.
Yeah,
And
which
he's,
made it so great.
and he's standing next to people that are on steroids. Well, I'm sure he was on steroids too, but they're all oiled up without their shirts on. But yeah, he comes out with that tank top on. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon's going to kick his ass. Holy fuck. So maybe Nick Aldis is hiding something.
I'm sure he still has it. He used to have a good body when he was wrestling. But yeah, then what does he just go back to being a general manager after that? So that's the question. But
Well, yeah.
that's a thought of what happens to Aldis, and then Cody would then get CM Punk. Why, I don't know, but we know CM Punk is due for a comeback soon. That's just like the obvious thing is that CM Punk is coming back soon. I haven't heard anything specifically. So, yeah.
Well, that was Night of Champions.
And we
Yeah.
have a new champion.
And the best wrestler in the world is still relegated to being an afterthought.
Yeah, the saddest part of it was at any point, I don't think Gunther was an option.
No.
Like, you didn't think he was there to take the pin, but you know he wasn't there to win the title.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. I'm telling you, he's money. They need to stop making him a joke. It all went downhill when he's feuded with Jey Uso.
And the worst case scenario was Jey Uso put that promo on him on Friday. He's giving everybody the warning shot thing. And he was like, Gunther, I kind of hope it is you that wins the title because I'm going to make you tap out like a bitch. Like I already did. So it was worst case scenario for him. But it's funny that, like, that's the one thing people still hold on to is like, you got tapped out by Jey Uso.
That should show how much of a joke that is.
Yeah.
Well, next week we have WCW Uncensored from the year 2000. Our main event was Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair in a Yappa Pie strap match. Sid Vicious also faces Jeff Jarrett for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, and Sting and Lex Luger happened.
Finally. Seems like it's been a long time since we've watched WCW.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's been what, almost a month?
Just about. With all these pay-per-views and Saturday Night Main Events and ECW.
Yeah. But we're back to it, and we will definitely see what happens next week.